Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Deluxe Trigger Machine Biker from Lupinranger versus Patranger. This is the one that pretty much primarily belongs to the Patrangers. Again, kind of like with the Lupinrangers, you can tell because it's an aviation-based one. This one is because it's, vehicle-based. Although I think this one's coming out first, even though I recorded the Lupinranger one first, so timey-wimey. Anyway, this is the box. It does box things, nothing too fancy to write home about. Just kind of shows you your normal stuff. I just kind of have it there for the looks, it makes everything seem more professional, even though it's not. But yeah, here's the vehicle. It does really exciting things like roll. No, but I do like this vehicle. I'm not too huge on either of them, they're not my favorite things ever, but I do kind of dig this one. I think I like it the best out of the two. Spoiler alert, since I think Cyclone's coming out after this, but it definitely gives me SPD Deca Ranger vibes, probably because of Deca Break's bike, but it also kind of reminds me of the bike the SPD Blue had. And I just feel like there's a little more to it. It's also simple, but you got just a little bit more variation in the colors. I kind of dig the Robo Rider on there. It actually took me a while to notice that in the design. I just find it to be a little bit sleeker and a little bit more cool. There's something I dig about it. It's got a nice stylistic quality to it. So just like the other trigger machines, its gimmick is activated by pressing this, and that kind of just plops this down, and then you extend it out yourself, and then pop this up, and then he's like, purr, 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 purr. Except that's for the Lupinrangers. That's their voice. And you can also do that, so we can be like, look, I'm just going. It looks like he's I don't know, tilling a field. I don't know. It's not that exciting, but I kind of like the way that works, but it seems kind of lame. All right, what's this feature? Blah. And then you have to kind of do that yourself. But I guess it kind of makes sense. Before we get it in its mecha mode, because you're basically going to be putting it in that, I'm going to do the sounds for the Versus Changer. Got to make sure it's on. I always have a problem with that. You know how it is. Changer performance anxiety. All right. All right, and that's pretty much it for that. That is one neat thing about these, is that if you are collecting the mecha and the changer, you get sort of, two things for the price of one, because you get 2 times the playability. It works with 2 different things, even if it's not the most amazing thing. So yeah, to sync it up, just do this, and then and then we remove his pink rod. You know how that goes. No, too far. I'm sorry, guys. That was over the line. To be fair, all my reviews are over the line. But yeah, I just put that in there, and it's so easy, guys. There we go. And you can honestly do either way if you want, this kind of clicked out. I think that kind of looks kind of neat for that, but I think it looks better when it's more uniform like that for this. But you can do it either way if you want to, and it's nothing too special. I would say out of the two, I think this one flows a little bit better than Cyclone. Cyclone's just kind of boom, look, I have a lime green giant rectangle on me now that spins, and this, it still doesn't flow as nicely in a lot of ways, but also I think the color scheme of this makes it seem more, I don't know, I guess it does flow. I mean, I don't know what point I'm trying to make, honestly. My point is, I think this looks a little bit better than Lupin Kaiser's mode. If I were to display one of these in their auxiliary mode, I would display this one. I guess is the point I was getting at. To boil it down and try to make sense of my nonsense, I do think this one flows better. I don't think it comes off exactly oh, this is a planned Megazord mode that would this would be, but I think it looks nicer and it flows more evenly than Cyclone does with Lupin Kaiser. So overall, this mecha still isn't anything huge that I would write home about, oh my god, guys, this is the star of Lupin Patro line, ah! It's more like, this is neat. I like it. I like the way it looks in its individual mode. I like its little feature. I like it combined with Pat Kaiser. I like the sounds in the changer. So even though I wouldn't say it's an absolute must-have, if you're into auxiliaries and you want to check it out, I think you'll be happy with this one. And spoiler alert, since I think Cyclone is coming out after I record this, even though it was recorded before. But if I had to recommend one out of the two auxiliaries that just released, I would go with this one. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Dawson Rider, signing out.